Hello everybody and welcome to a kind of different video today. So for weeks now I tested a little bit around with the animatronics, and also there was yesterday evening the nice guy, Robert, I believe he's called, who's just tackling the triggers a little bit more, who's also in charge of the changes to the trigger system we have had in the latest update. So today, and sorry there's no Camel Kingdom, but it's for a good reason, because a lot of those things will be seen in Camel Kingdom, because I tested it basically therefore. And the thing is, I tested a few things. This is very much the, this is just the basement and the test area. So nothing in here will be very nice and very, shiny and finished, but it will give you an idea what you can do with the new trigger system and also with triggers in general. So you can see I messed around with various kinds of how they call animatronics, that's the word, sorry. So here we go, this is my little test object, and if we now go into this one and we start off with, let me quickly go into my trigger there we go, trigger groups. So the first one is potentially in here, I believe it is. Let me just quickly hit play and you should see what's gonna be happening. Look at this. There we have a little staircase, and boom, it's gone. So, this is very functional because you can make hidden stairs. So if you, for example, have a coaster or something going through here and there is nothing, you can just have also the other way around, right? Activate it and deactivate it then again. So you have like those stairs in the way, and then they disappear like this. There we go. So boom, that's another kind of pretty nice gate, I would say. So the thing about this is you can pretty much hide them inside and use the opening doors as kind of bottoms or whatsoever. Another cool thing is if you go into, you can also change like how long it should play and so on. And if you, and I need to go out of this one so I can select, sorry, I want to select this one. So you can see this one is has a different options in here. So Robert, if you have seen the live stream yesterday, he explained that as well. So you have loop, alright, that's pretty much how it is supposed to be. Then you have got stationary, right? So stationary means it will keep this until you activate this one. And the other one is play once every X seconds. So this is also very cool. If you have, for example, the willingness to open the staircase every 10 seconds, for example, you can just type in 10 seconds and then you can see, wait a second, or maybe 10, you can see it's not playing after 3 seconds, it's playing after 10 seconds. Now it's gone, it's going closed again, and now you have to wait for another 10 seconds. If I change this to 1, it should be playing all the time. I believe the animation is longer than 1 second, so yeah, it's starting immediately again. So you can't really change it, for example, to 0. It doesn't really matter, right? Because the animation itself takes longer. So I think the maximum you can do is 2, for example. So it's playing the whole time, but then you could also put it onto loop. So that's basically stationary means, as I said, it will keep this, and I believe, if we, let me just quickly see, if we add this, add a display group, connect objects, let's take this one, and now we have the trapdoor, and we want to play this immediately, well, after 2 seconds. Let's put this on 0. So if I play now the sequence, the trapdoor sequence, let's call it trapdoor test. So if we hit play now, you can see it's playing, and it's closing again. That's it. So it's pretty much like it was before, but if the thing is, if you would have had that on loop, it would now continue looping, right? So it's important that you put this on stationary. The thing is, it's really handy now to make those kind of things, because with the trapdoor, I would also love if you could just keep it in the open status. That would be also very handsome, but or handy, I should say, but it doesn't really work that well. But you can do a lot of different stuff with it. As you can see, I tested a few things around. You can also make tables disappearing. You can make kind of also, you know, faces and stuff in the wall, which is appearing and disappearing. But anyways, let's go to the next one, and I have no clue which the next one is, so let's play it for a second. So we will see. What was the next one? Which one was it? Let me just quickly see. Was it that one? I believe it was this one. But since they're on loop, this is also kind of a midway game, right? So you could also make air hockey out of it. What I used for this is, let me just move into so you can see, those kind of hydraulic things, those, you know. And if you hide them inside, you just have the black piece out of it. So it pretty much works like if you work with different kind of pieces, with the different angles and different pieces of the pieces, or the different elements of the pieces. You can do the same with the animatronics. If you just want to have the black bubble, you can just use it. And it does make a kind of nice air hockey game. So you could actually make a little table around here and have those things moving around like on air hockey. The other thing I made is, and this is not, you know, the thing is, I just tested around, but this is obviously those are the spider legs, and I didn't notice in the beginning that they are pointing 3 different directions. So if we take this one, for example, you have this one, now it's in the middle, and now it's there. What you could do is, I believe there is one leg which is just pointing in one direction always, and then use it as kind of the little game where you have to knock down the molds, right? If the molds are coming out of the little holes, you have to knock them. It's also kind of a nice midway game you could make. This is just a nice little idea, but you could also make like a, for example, a monster, like a monster's mouth out of those things and make it move, like for an alien or something. I believe that could also look very neat. So the next thing we have, and I need to, oh wait, is it? Oh, okay, it does show me where we, okay. So, which is the next one? Let's go to this one, I believe. Yeah, let's test this one. So what I also, you can see this is a door, right? This is pretty much like a door. And what you can do now is hit play. And there we go. Look at this. This is like a garage kind of thing, right? So it is moving up and it is moving down again. What you need to do then is to move it a little bit. I just moved it the wrong way, to be honest. For whatever reason it is moved down. Let me just quickly move those things up so you can see how it is supposed to be. I don't even know why this is the case. Never mind. Let's just select those things, and I believe that's it already. Alrighty, I believe... Why is it moving now? Oh, I have... Okay, I selected more than just those. Yep. That's now the show effect, guys. Can I just somehow... I want only to select those, please. Give me... Why am I selecting the other ones as well? I just want to select those things. Can I just... Alright, and I don't want to have... Nope, I don't want to have you. I don't want to have... Okay. Well, never mind. I guess you got the idea. I don't even know why this isn't... Why can't I... Okay, what is when I know? Is it now? I believe now I got it. So let's move them up. So there we go. And now you can see it's like moving like a garage gate, right? Though the only thing you needed to do then is to... first of all, let's go back into this one and edit the trigger sequences. So where are they? Yeah, okay, it's a little bit deep still, but if you now hit play, right, then the garage door is going upwards, and you would have another door. I believe this is pretty handy. This has been made a few times already, but I just wanted to show it as well. You can make also like swinging doors which are going open into both directions, and a lot of cool stuff is going to be done with it. So the next thing I wanted to show you is this kind of modern art statue. I mean, it's, you know, don't get me wrong, this is not a statue, this is just a combination of those little antenna rotating things. But what you can do with those is animate them in a way that they, look at this, So you have seen it looks kind of decent in the way that it is activated one after the other, and you could make this looped, and then it would loop the whole time, and you have like a kind of modern art piece. And if you just hide in the middle this one with a solid pillar which is looking a little bit more nice in the middle, put a fountain below, make some water fountains which are also triggered in the way that they are always triggering once the kind of wing went past, I believe that could also look so nice. The next thing I made, and sorry, it looks super ugly right now. I need to explain even what this is. So this is kind of a canyon I just really quickly made. You should definitely take a better image. But what I wanted to show is, imagine this is a billboard which shows a canyon, or like a big hole where you would fall into if there wouldn't be a bridge. But if you take the books, the spooky books, and you align them properly, you can make something like that. Bam! See? That's like a magic bridge kind of thing. So there we go, you have a bridge for a second and it's gone again. So that's also a neat thing to do. You can obviously also make something else with the books. You can also make kind of signs or letters or a font or whatsoever. So these books are pretty nice, and I used those books that are, you know, moving in the shelf. You always need to keep an eye on which piece moves the most far out, because they don't all move the same direction. So you need to look which is the book that's going the most out of the shelf. So that's the point where you wanted to head with this thing. So then we have another one, which is this one, and I love this one because this is we need to position ourselves kind of good position. I believe this is a good one. And if you now hit play, look at this. I don't know if you get where I'm aiming at, but you see this little nice waving effect, right? You can create moving rooms with that. And I'm not going to spoil more because it's now already pretty obvious what I'm going to do aim for. If we play the same sequence again, and this is why I have the wall in the background, you can also see that this also makes up for a pretty nice music instrument, and also this. So what you can do is, if you imagine this from this angle, and then you hit play, oh wait, I now play all, I didn't want to do that. If you now hit play with this one, you see, it could be like an orgle. I don't know if this is the English word for it, I just said this, but you know, this kind of music instrument which you most often have in churches. And if you now play these, not just one moment, but in a loop, or trigger them even with your own music, that could be a really cool thing. Let me just quickly check, I'm not quite sure if we can... no, okay, see, this one unfortunately you can't change to loop or whatsoever, but you can trigger it more or less if you want so or not. So I believe there was even more to show, I'm not quite sure, let me just quickly check. Edit the triggers, and now let's see, what else do we have? This is this one, that's this one, there we go. What's this again? Oh yeah, okay. See, I have I took those little chairs over here, the swinging chairs, and what I created is this kind of little whatever thing. But the important thing about this is, look at this. You can align them in the non-moving status like a. It could be a pillar. It could be a bottom part. It could be whatever. And if you then go in and play the sequence. There you go. You can see how this moves, and I believe you could also do some fancy stuff with it. So for example, a moving bridge, for example. If you have a bridge which has this kind of ground pattern, and then you just stick a normal bridge kind of thing in between, you can make it also move, or it appears moving. You can also rotate them and make a pillar out of it, so that a static pillar will be moving alongside light or whatsoever. So you can do crazy stuff with it. I didn't even show what you all can do with it because it's just too much. This is just a broad overview of what you can do. The last thing I wanted to show you is, and I believe this is maybe one of the most helpful things, Let me just quickly get a light. Should we take... Yeah, let's take this one. I don't know if that makes sense to use this one, but I believe it is. So you can see loop, but you can also play every second, right? The duration would be 0.1. Oh, wait. And play every 0. Why can't I? Okay. Play every... Okay. What is this? Okay, this is a little bit weird now. Let me just go to night view. And now where's my trigger system? There's my trigger system. Edit and add a new one. Connect this one. Confirm. What does happen if we play now? Okay, nothing really. Okay, this is confusing, to be honest. Because actually... Okay, now it's connected to the... wait. What does... Okay, if we loop this one, it doesn't really matter, right? Because... Now I'm... Sorry, my voice is about to be going away again. You know what? I'm quickly getting it back. So here we are again. I hope that my voice will now, yeah, just survive until the end of the video. It's hopefully the last video with this kind of crappy voice. I'm so sorry, but it just won't go away. As I said, I'm just a little bit confused. But let's put this on 1 second. I don't know if that works, but yeah, alright. You can no. Wait, why doesn't this duration 1 second? Okay. Well, that's potentially, let's put it on 2 seconds. Now it should go off, on, on. Okay, so that's basically how you could create a flashlight or like a light show without having to put them onto triggers. And then obviously, if I now put this into a trigger, that's pretty much how it should be. And now hit play. Oh wait, we have to connect this again, I believe. Let's confirm this. We could delete this one. So if we play this now, okay. You see, now it's turning on and off for, okay, wait. This is confusing me because I thought normally it should be play on trigger, activate on trigger, deactivate. Ah, okay, here you go. See, now we have some new options in here. That's what I was searching for. I'm sorry, I was still confused. So you can activate this on trigger, you can play this on trigger, you can deactivate on trigger, which is also pretty nice because if we hit this option, this should be normally it should be on, and then you can deactivate this on the trigger. But I believe reset, duplicate. Okay, you can duplicate the group, which I didn't want to do. Why is this now? Can I just hit? Oh no, that's the delay. I don't want to change the delay. So we have deactivate on trigger. Let's put it on activate on trigger and see what's happening. So it's on, right? It's just on. Okay. So what about repeat toggle on trigger? So if we hit this. Normally, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, now you have the sequence. You just wait, no, play for all right. So now, okay, toggle every There we go. Okay, cool. This is the option I searched. Sorry, there are so many new options, but this is the one you wanted to have. Okay, this is the repeat on toggle option, and now you can, for example, put this also on 0.1, and now you have to put this on 0.2, and now what's happening is you have this for once, right? It just once flashed. Okay, and now you could also toggle every 2 seconds. Play for 1 second, but I believe if we raise this to 30, I believe. Oh no, let's just make 20, and toggle every 1.1 second. Nope, 1.1, please. There we go. I believe now you have a flashing light. Yes, there we go. See, that's what's happening then. And you could now make, I'm so sorry that it took so long, but I hope this, I will also leave that in the video because it will help you to find out, because then you wouldn't make the same mistakes I did. But as you can see, this is pretty much a pretty decent flashlight now. I believe you could also go lower, wasn't that? I believe it. No, it isn't. Okay, so 0.1 seconds is the smallest amount you can make, but wasn't that with the delay? You could, right? So what you could do, obviously, is to duplicate that thing and put this on. Okay, and now, yeah, you see, you have it an even faster flashing light. So if you, because now you have the delay, which changes obviously the 0.05 seconds, so you have it just 2 times, and it is exactly on a half of the second again, if that makes sense. But anyways, you can see how easy it is now to create this kind of flashlight, and you can make various things with it. So I believe there are also some other pieces in the game which do allow you to take the repeat toggle option, and this makes things a lot more easier, because then you don't need to duplicate a million pieces into one, which they definitely also saw us doing, and this is hence why they changed it. But anyways, that should be it. It's a pretty long video, and this is why I need to end this right now. Hopefully you enjoyed this and could take out a little bit out of it. You will see some of those elements, and maybe, oh, did I forget about this one? Wait a second, did this even work? Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. Let's play this for a moment. There you go. This is also a kind of door animation I made with the kind of how are these things called? Yeah, this kind of laser animation thingy, and you can see this is it looks a lot more decent for like sci-fi areas than just the normal ones. You have this little hole in the middle, which you could get rid of if you just stick even 4 more in and just move them a little bit more into the inside. But if you just play it again, you can see you have this little nice effect of going through each other and then just opening this one. Maybe this is even my favorite one, because it makes the whole sci-fi thing a little bit more variable, and in terms of different elements you can use, because this door is also pretty nice. You can do different stuff with it, but yeah, it's kind of decent, I believe. What's also nice is with the light effects, you can also play around a tiny little bit with, but yeah. So guys, I hope you, as I said, enjoyed this, and see you then in the next episode next week again with Camel Kingdom. Promise! See you then, and bye bye.